What's going on, you guys? J-Dog here, doing a recap of Wrestlemania 33, which took place yesterday in Orlando, Florida at the Citrus Bowl. And it was actually pretty good, so real quick, let me get through the results real quick. There were three matches in the pre-show. The first one was Neville against Austin Aries for the Cruiserweight Championship, and Neville defeated Austin Aries to retain the Cruiserweight title. So that was in the pre-show. Next up was the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and Mojo Rawley won it after eliminating Jinder Mahal, all thanks to help from Rob Gronkowski, a football player from the New England Patriots. And the final match that was in the pre-show, which I don't understand why it was Dean Ambrose, the Intercontinental champ, facing Baron Corbin. And Dean Ambrose defeated Baron Corbin, so Dean Ambrose retained the Intercontinental title. Then we go into the main show. AJ Styles defeated Shane McMahon in what I believe was the best match I've seen. I think Shane McMahon put AJ Styles over in that match, which was good. Then we had the United States Championship match between Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho was the champ going into the match. Kevin Owens defeated Chris Jericho and became the new United States champion. Then it was a fatal four-way for the Raw Women's title between Bayley, Charlotte, Nia Jax, and Sasha Banks. Bayley would retain the title after eliminating Charlotte as the last person. Then we had the Raw ladder match for the Tag Team Championship on Raw between Anderson and Gallows, Sheamus and Cesaro, and Big Cass and Enzo Amore. And right before the match started, the New Day, who were the hosts of WrestleMania, came out and said there's been a change in the match. It was going to become a fatal four-way ladder match, and that there was going to be one more team in the match, but who was it going to be? And then the Hardy Boys showed up and won Raw Tag Team titles. Then we had a mixed tag team between John Cena and Nikki Bella and The Miz and Maryse. John Cena and Nikki Bella would defeat The Miz and Maryse, and then after the match, John Cena asked Nikki Bella to marry him. Then we had the non-sanction match between Seth Rollins and Triple H, with Seth Rollins winning it. Stephanie McMahon was at ringside, and she got knocked into a table by Triple H. Then after that was the WWE Championship match between Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt was the champion coming in. Randy Orton defeated him with an RKO out of nowhere to win and become the new WWE champ. Then we had the Brock Lesnar and Goldberg match. Goldberg coming in as the Universal Champion, and right away Lesnar started off with 3 German suplexes. Goldberg hit a couple of spares. Lesnar then hit Goldberg with 7 more German suplexes before finally hitting the F5 to win it. And that match lasted a whole 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Then we had the 6-pack match for the SmackDown Women's Championship between Alexa Bliss, who was the champion, Becky Lynch, Carmella, Mickie James, Natalya, and Naomi. And Naomi would win the match to become the new SmackDown Women's Champion. And finally, the last match of the night was the no-holds-barred match between The Undertaker and Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns would win the match to drop Undertaker to 23-2. After the match, though, Undertaker went back into his trench coat and his hat that he wears down to the ring, and as he was about to leave the ring, he went back in and he took off his gloves, his coat, and his hat and left them in the middle of the ring. He walked up the ramp and he turned around. He turned his head to look at the ring one last time, and threw up his fist like this, like he always does, and walked off. And from my understanding is that Undertaker, after that match, retired from the WWE, and his last match was against Roman Reigns. And let me put it this way, I do have tons of respect for Roman Reigns. He's a good wrestler, not one of my favorites, but I do have ton of respect for him. And I'm kind of upset that he beat Undertaker to retire him, but it is what it is. I mean, it was a good match. But all in all, though, the WrestleMania this year was actually pretty good. I gave it a 10 out of 10. Also, in NXT Takeover Orlando, which was the night before, Asuka retained her women's title 360 days with that, and then Bobby Roode faced off against Shinsuke Nakamura, and Bobby Roode would retain. After the match, the crowd gave Shinsuke a standing ovation, so I'm guessing that he fought his last match in NXT before coming over to SmackDown Live tomorrow night, hopefully. So we'll see how that goes. But other than that, though, I did see NXT Takeover, but from what I've seen about WrestleMania is that WrestleMania was the best. It's one of the best over the past couple of years. Give it a 10 out of 10. NXT Takeover from the last two matches that I know of, I gave it a 7 out of 10. So we'll see how it goes. Also, I did find out today that NXT Takeover will be coming to Chicago May 20th before Backlash on May 21st here in Chicago, and that will be taking place at Allstate Arena. And then finally, they did introduce the Hall of Fame inductees at WrestleMania, and Kurt Angle was the last one to come out, and of course when his music started, the fans chanted, "You suck," which I think is hilarious, but other than that though, it was good. So hope you all enjoyed WrestleMania. Cannot wait to see what happens next year for WrestleMania 34, which will be in New Orleans, Louisiana. So I'm signing off for now. Later.